usually upper chord progressions are triumphant, but throwing that seventh at the end, it creates that like wait a minute, and then monster. Oh man. What's going up, everybody? It's D Royal, the Faith Hashira, and I'm here back with another Producers React, and we're doing Epic the Musical, going through the Troy saga. I'm very excited to do this, and I'm very excited to be on this song. Truth be told, I'm excited to be doing all this because I'm doing all of the songs for Epic the Musical. So that's going to take me about almost a full year, which is pretty dope. Just remember, I am someone you can follow on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Follow me at the Faith Hashira here. And there's another thing that I'm not writing. I have completely written a musical, and I'm currently doing casting. It is about the first disciple that Jesus called Peter the Disciple. Very similarly, go at Peter the Musical, just so you can find it on Instagram, TikTok, and the like. So now we're going to get into the second song off of the Troy saga, Just a Man. We're doing the animatic from Gigi, and this is the style of reactions I'm going to do because I am a producer, musician, engineer, singer, rapper, performer. I'm actually going to be looking at the music of it. So this kind of react is going to be a stop and start. If that's not your thing, completely understand it, but just know I'm going to be stopping to break down things as we go along. I've heard them all, but now I have an opportunity to nerd out about the musicality and lyricism and melody writing of all of this, because this one, I mean, truth be told, so many of them are really good, and I've got a top 5. I really have to narrow it down, but all of these are so good, and this one, I'm really going to talk about the melody and the chord progressions of this. And if you have any things you'd like me to talk about more, like when you hear me break things down, like, hey, I'd love for you to go more into this or more into that, write them in the comments. I'll make sure for the next video to break down more of that. Without further ado, let's get into it, babe.
I look into your eyes and I think back to the son of mine. You're as old as he was when I left for war.
Yeah.
Will these actions haunt my days? Every man I've slain is the price I pay. Endless pain. Close your eyes and spare yourself the view. How could I hurt you?
Beautiful, beautiful. And I've got to say, as someone who, I am a father, my wife and I have 3 kids. Our oldest is a boy. I think about, like, that opening line. I look into your eyes and I think back to the son of mine. It's very hard for me not to even think about my own son when he was a little baby boy when I hear this song. And one thing that Jorge did was, you'll notice that the instrumentation is a guitar, right? And because it's a guitar, it is doing that on purpose. He's trying to help the listener convey that Odysseus is thinking about his son, Telemachus, in The Horse and the Infant. His motif or his instrument is a guitar. So now this little baby, who is essentially the same age as Telemachus when he left Ithaca, that's coming to his mind. So we're hearing these chords in the upper register too. The upper register to signify a small child, because it's not low down here. We're up in it's a F major, higher end of the register, and it's playing these chords that are like so soothing, and on like a Spanish guitar. It's And here's one thing that happens. You'll notice that whole first part, you didn't really notice, like it wasn't really noticing that there has been no percussion, no drums, no shakers, no claps or nothing. It's just the plucked guitar. And this plucked guitar is our percussion system, our percussion section. It's our rhythm section through pretty much this whole song, right? Because it's plucky, we're going. And the root note being F, you know, I look into your eyes and I think back to the... We're going to go to a still root note F, but an F major 7th. And this kind of squeezed, what's called dissonant chord, jazz chord for some people as well. It's to give like tension in the song without being crazy, because we're not gonna stay right here, but it's enough change from the while like staying within the same realm of the emotion that is playing for you, to give the what's called a resolution to the next chord. He was when I left for. And that was, it's like it's just enough tension for the release of these last 3 chords. And I love that. And through the whole time, it's that plucking. Oh. That is. Here you go. Right? And that percussion is giving movement to the song, while it not being drums, it keeps the softness that he's trying to convey. And at the same time, it's trying to remind you the fact that this is something he's thinking about in the moment. Like the fog of war has dissipated because Zeus has given him this ultimatum, kill the baby or not. And now he's like, but this is a baby. How can I do this when it reminds me so much of my son? Let's keep going.
I'm just a man who's trying to go home, even after all the years away from what I've known. I'm just a man who's fighting for his life. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife.
So now we introduce the I'm just a man. So this is the contrary thoughts of Odysseus to the ultimatum, right? We've already been talking about the baby, but now this I'm just a man. The strings come along with the vocal melody, and that's a trick of the trade in writing music or writing songs, where if the person who's writing it wants you to know or to remember what is either being said or is happening during that time, double instrument with the person singing, right? They're going to remember this because it's just reinforcement. You can see it in songs where it's just like certain parts might, have a thing going on, and it goes where every instrument, the bass, the keys, the synth, the singer, they're all doing that same note because they want the impact of that moment to really hit. So here, when the thoughts of Odysseus being just a man, having the strings do it too, it's to make the listener pay attention more. Because we were already drawn in by this, the baby. Oh, it's a baby. Wait a minute, I'm just a man. But in the background, these strings are still going, just following along with the new chord progression, but it's still plucking in that same 3-2-1, 1-2-3 pattern. And it's to show that Odysseus is battling with his own thoughts now. I'm just a man. I really want to get home to my wife. I really want to work, but this is just a baby, man. But like, I want to get home, and the inner turmoil of what he must be thinking. And there's another part where it's like, you hear that they're at the same level, right? The strings, the string that is going with Odysseus and the guitar, they're at the same volume level. You can clearly hear them both. That show that these are both all ideas swimming around in his head. Let's keep going.
I'm just a man. But when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster?
Now hear that right here. We were just talking about, well, that's autoplay. What is going on? We were talking about how it's the guitar strings and the regular violin ensemble. They're at the same level, but then it dips out, and it just the trail of the plucked guitar to symbolize the baby or the fact that it's a child stays along. But then when it switches, what you hear the most is the orchestra, the choir. It's overpowering the guitar. The guitar is still there. Like you have to really listen, but that's to signify that the thoughts of Odysseus are of moving forward and progressing in his acts for war to get home, to get back to Penelope, Telemachus. It's overpowering the truth. Truth is still there. This is a boy, but what I need to do is more his resolve towards doing that. And the music backs it up right here.
But when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster?
And unlike in The Horse and the Infant, this is a rising chord progression that dips back down to the 3. I actually didn't see what key this is in, but very often it's 4, 5, 6, 3. So we're talking. Yeah. But when does the comet become a man? But then back down to the. I got my pinky's is, so excuse me. I'm playing those 7th chords are hard. But yeah, we just. But when we switch that up, take it up. Man become a 7th. Does the ripple become a tidal wave? Does the reason become the blue? Man become a monster. Yeah. Usually upper chord progressions are triumphant, but throwing that 7th at the end, it creates that like wait a minute, and then monster. Oh man, that is that. Let me see if I can play that. Man become, yeah. Oh, simple. Okay, because I actually didn't try to play it. Because if it's a 7th chord here, that's that G. Yeah, that's it. That's actually right like a walk down into that 7th chord, which is, I mean, it's just beautiful. Hit it. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Let's keep going.
Does a ripple become a tidal wave? When does the reason become the blame? When does a man become a monster? Does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? Forgive me. Does a man become a monster?
Listen, I love that. That walk down is it's so simple, but it's so effective. Cause like I said, we did the upward, but then we jump back to a D, and if we walk down half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half steps. Just hold them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think whole notes each. And if you want to hear a cool remix to this, you got to hear the fusion of Just a Man and like Attenuous, the guy who plays Attenuous. It's like a mix of this song from his perspective, waiting for Penelope to stop waiting for Odysseus. It's a great fusion. Gives new life to the song, so definitely go check that out. But here, we just did When a Man Become a Monster. This is a vanity. It's crazy, right? Just a very simple half step chord progression down. It breathes new drama into the song. we didn't do anything like that the entire time. Like as I actually was playing this and going through it, that just kind of comes out of nowhere, and it just happens once. So when you're thinking of songwriting, conventional American or European songwriting methods don't need to be the norm for you. As you study music, as you look into different cultures, different genres of music, like around the world, you'll see that whatever the Eurocentric norms, they're not the end all be all, and there are many cultures who don't follow them. One of my greatest influences for songwriting and music has been K-pop, because I knew about K-pop like since 2008. And hearing how they approached music, it was just like they didn't care about really anything. Like, it sounded good, but as far as structure, it was just like, whatever we want to put together, we will. Because if you feel it, Jacob Collier essentially said, nothing is dissonance. Like, everything has a harmony. And he proved it. And that kind of thinking revitalized my own thinking of in my song creation, because like this, just at the end, he just decided, like Jorge decided to go. Wait. There you go. That's what it was. He just did it. All right. Like, I mean, it doesn't necessarily fit anything else that he's been doing there, but it does such a good job of giving the emotion musically. Because even if you didn't hear lyrics, this song would feel like something very heavy is going on. I mean, apart from the, I'm just and then we go what when? Oh, wait, we go. Right? I love it. I mean, I really do love this song, and I love to sing to it. I've never played to it. This is my very first time. But I love to sing this because it's such a great follow-up from Horse and the Infant. Because in the middle of the fog of war, like, you imagine this going on in a third floor of the nursery. And right at the end, you know.
I'm just a man.
Like, right to the end where his mind was going through this and that. He has this resolve. But the thing about this part, you know, is that many of us know that even when we're doing the right thing and it might be hard for us, it still can weigh heavy on you, right? So even that, it's like that's such a ragtime Odysseus. But it's that I'm not saying this is easy, right? And the music is helping me feel it. And then it all goes away, and he's right at the moment where he has to do it, and he does do it. But it's like you can feel it. You can feel the reluctancy, the way the music builds up, and then it's and just the vocal at the end. Jeez, that's such a deep song too. For song number 2 in an entire epic anthology, song number 2 to be this deep, it lets you know you are in for a wild ride. And Troy truthfully did not disappoint. For a very first offering of a project, there are so many good ones in this. Full Speed Ahead is the next one I'm going to be doing next week. I am excited to do that. So many of these I love doing. And truth be told, I don't even know how to end this video. It's just such a powerful song. It's structured so well to convey to convey the drama, the nature, the danger, and just the stress of what it probably takes to do that. and how it's going to affect him going forward. I'll see you next week, y'all. God bless you.